Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to the 140 Hit the Road here in Fortnite Save the World. In today's video, I would like to show you how to solo your Week 7 challenge in escorting Penny for the second time to the radio station. Then, upon completion of this, you will receive a copy of your Parasaur Jess hero in your inventory. Also be mindful of your Hit the Road Daily and your cassette tapes. When it comes to my hero loadout, I will continue this season with Parasaur Jess as my commander. My team perk is Blast from the Past. In support team, I like Saurian Focus and Fight with Berserker, Going Coconuts, and Survivalist. My gadgets will be the Slow Field and the Turret. When it comes to defenders, I will select 3 Riflemen, and I will equip each with the Gamatron 9000, and this would be my recommended set of perks for use with defenders only. When it comes to my ranged and melee schematics, I will find those scattered throughout the desert. And then for my traps, I will go with the wooden floor spikes, tar pit, wall darts, and the ceiling electric field. I may mix in the healing pad as well. But other than that, let's go ahead and take on your 140 Hit the Road here. When it comes to our modifiers, we have Low G, They Must Work Out, Husk, Hardiness Minor, and then if you're in a team environment, you can item share. You no longer receive the banner for 100% vehicle health in the 140 zone. All right, so just be mindful of that. We will be going for a 100% vehicle health completion. Now, when it comes to Hit the Road, we will protect this truck as we journey through the desert to play the Song of the Summer. As mentioned, my weapons will be scattered throughout the desert. And then we will need to complete 3 of 8 total randomized missions to go along with your Strange Lands and Final Defense. So 5 objectives along with escorting the vehicle. Remember, do not ride the vehicle. Do not stand close to the vehicle. The enemies always attack you first before they ever start thinking about that vehicle. And if you're near the vehicle, you'll take unnecessary damage. You don't want to do that, especially if you are in a team environment. All right. I do recommend a farming Outlander. As mentioned, we have Parasaur Jess here. I'll show you a little run through, and I hope you enjoy, guys. Search everything, especially open containers, before you strike.
Don't worry, I've got your back. Follow me and I'll take you where you need to go. Ooh, and that storm is picking up ahead. So unless you need supplies, stay inside the storm shield.
Hit multiple items when you can with your anti-material charge. You want ammo crates, absolutely, for cassettes, cans of nuts and bolts. And you just heard there, cassette tape go in our inventory from the open trash can there. Now, there are 3 chests out this way, if you do it right. And you have the time to get them all at least. Okay. And usually you want to get here between, about 5 seconds to go. Maybe 10 if you're really running fast. Your treasure chest, you will have different levels of chests on each run that you do. You do not receive a cash for your level 5 and level 6. And or your king safe, if you find that. Be mindful of fall damage this week. All right. When you come off of the gravity here, you can put yourself in danger and can actually lose your run if you are not careful. All right, so now if you get here and that is still not quite across, you could be good to go. All right, let's go ahead here. So I want to show you real quick. All right, you can take, like I said, you can take damage here if you are not careful. Okay. I kind of wanted to show that to you early so you know what we're looking at. Now you have that area back over here if you want to farm it. You absolutely can. But honestly, not necessary on this particular, cycle. So. Now, I do prefer the shotgun play, so we will arm that for my run. Block that off there. Block this off right here. Okay. I want a defender here. Defending the door. And I usually like having 2 defenders back this way. Now, if you do this right, you do not necessarily need to have a build around the objective. Okay? That really comes down to to each their own. I would tell you to absolutely, without question, go ahead and put a build around the objective here for a moment. Now, if you can come on down here and you do this right with your pickaxe, you can get rid of these mist pods before they hatch, and you won't have to defend too much here. So we'll go ahead and show this to you a little bit. Now, what you want to do is you want to be making sure that you are listening for smashers here, because you can get in trouble with those if you are not careful. Okay, and then these would be your 3 mist pods. Okay, and we are clear and out. Go back the way that you came. If you want to farm the loot, you can. To each their own. But the main key right now would be to ensure that you grab your defenders and make sure they are following you.
I would love to spend just one day without some sort of husk battle, but that's not going to happen.
All right, just like this here.
Time at least.
Okay, let's get ahead of the storm here a bit. Grab an animal temporarily too, I would. It'll give you some nice, free damage, if you will. I like the boar best for the passive farming opportunity, but of course we all have different ways of doing, things and or playing the game. There's the boar I want. Tanky, passive farming. Good to go. Treasure chest up top here typically if you want it. There's another one back in the building back there if you'd like to have it. Now we're working into the strange land, so typically here you don't want to be using your turrets or teddies. You'll need those. I absolutely 100% recommend defenders during your hit the road runs. I do strongly, and I've always believed, some of the best teammates that you will have in the game. Now that the game, has changed quite a bit since the beginning, right? I would not go without them. No reason to, no benefit not to have them. Especially in a solo environment.
Hey, this area is not in my travel guide. Did you take a wrong turn somewhere?
Honestly, I wasn't paying attention.
Well, lock the doors and don't pick up any hitchhikers.
Okay, what you want to do is you want to get a spawn occur out here. If you can. Have your coconut ready. I want my defenders out front here. Okay, and we are just kind of waiting here. Okay. I'd go with your slow fill down here for a moment. You can see here we got some enemies trying to get cute. And in the meantime, we're just going to rock and roll here. There's another treasure chest sometimes up in this area if you want it. Throw my teddy down here, let it finish. Okay. Looks like there's an animal here, but we'll let that go. All right, so I would take advantage for a moment and start farming this. Now, because we went through infestation and we didn't farm that, right? We'd want to be picking up some resource right now. I want to be ahead of things here.
So, Ben, I've been watching a lot of summer.
It's going to be a bit of a sloppy farm, if you will, right now.
I know the way to give you and your friends the perfect day at the beach.
Oh yeah? How's that?
I'll be
Ready
right
for
there.
your
Keep you and
slow
your
field
friends
here,
under
your
one
teddy,
roof, free skies.
your coconuts to top off, turd if you need it.
I like it.
Pack a cooler and be ready to run.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead here. Always watch around the backside there, too. Now, we've got through Strangeland, so I'm going to go with another turret right now. All right, we have bridge out here. So if you do this right and quickly, you don't have to have a build around it, but I typically put a build around to be safe. But you wouldn't have to, theoretically. Your defenders would go up here.
You have a bridge out ahead. Time to get crafty.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to have more warning.
Okay.
But I'm just going to throw a little something something here for a minute. Okay. And I want these guys defending. And again, you don't have to do this, but because we're going for 100%, I'm going to. You'd want to watch for smashers here. You'd want to watch for any kind of craziness here that you could run into. And as soon as I get tier 2 on this core, I'm running. Okay, and this is what you're looking for here. Right, they're going to try to throw propane at you and blow your build. And we don't want that. So I'm going to throw my turret here. I'm going to throw my teddy out here, and then we're going to go build. Okay.
You might need to go out into the storm to find enough steel.
All right, let's build. This all comes down to how fast you can go. You want to avoid the flingers and lobbers if you can, of course. And the quicker you get through, the better. Okay. And I'm going to go harvest up.
Looks like you're picking up some new tricks.
Now we're going to go grab that guy to follow. that guy to follow. And this gal to follow. I'm sorry.
Commander, can you take
Okay.
over? It's time to party. That sounds so dorky to say.
And now we're running on down here.
It's really true.
And getting ready to rock and roll. And for some time, or some reason, one of my defenders back there, even though I had her as follow, she did not come with us. So that'd be something at the end I could go back and secure if we need to. It'll happen sometimes. It's unfortunate, I will say that. I'm gonna go with the turret. All right, we will have a defense here at the end that we need to be mindful of. Now, one thing is, this is actually what you want to see this one at the very end, believe it or not.
Not my style, but
You have some breathing room if you see this one. Because you'll get a choice to heal the vehicle, potentially, here, if you do this right. Now, they try to go around the back to damage us. And we do not want them to do that. So we've got to be careful here. And, yeah, my defenders here will go and take care of this. And your goal here is to get this area down as fast as you can.
a working mechanic shop. Let's pop old
You have a minute to do it.
pit stop.
Claudia.
Now here I could go back and get my defender theoretically, if I wanted to. Now, again, we're going to not have the luxury of taking our time here. We got to get this building down. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and build this in metal. Reverse 45. And I'm going to mix up my material here. Just like that.
Husk spotted. Enemy down.
All right, now I'm going to have these defend. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go back, if I can now, and get that defender of mine. But let me get everything tiered up a bit. Now, I'm going to leave those defenders there to fight for me. And as mentioned, we're going back. Go back to get her. And we're going to use this modifier here to our advantage. going to go ahead and get this tiered up for a minute. And again, I'm just kind of being safe here. All right, so in case you take some hits or damage. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start getting ready for the final. I only need the shotguns play. That's what I like to use, so that's what we will use. And we got smashers coming. I can hear them. Okay, so as you saw there, how we did it. And we actually not going to go, believe it or not, I'm not going to go with wooden floor spikes this time. And I want to put her standing in place, believe it or not. And we are actually going to go out over here and start building. Believe it or not. We've got about a minute to do this.
Stay alert. You are all in the center of a wicked storm.
Okay. Remember, you got to be careful not to take damage. I would just like to get this somewhat going here with the build. And again, be careful not to take fall damage here. Okay, we'll do repair.
Did you end up getting repairs or the cassette deck upgrade?
That was a close one. Enemy down.
We got about 14 seconds and 11 on the other. Okay, Teddy will come out now. I'm going to go with the turret now for extra safety, security. And this is really good. I got a chance to show you, with your defenders if you like to use them. All right. How important they can be. Now watch this spawn here. They can spawn at the end if you're not careful. You just got to kind of wait. Okay. If you don't see it, you're golden. All right, got a minute to build. There's actually sometimes a cassette tape in these bins here, but not this time.
Husk spotted.
Take it out.
Now, you're going to want to watch for lobbers and stuff here. And don't be jumping here. Whatever you do, you don't want to take fall damage. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and build this around here for a moment. Make sure this is all sealed. And I purposely sealed that now. Yeah, and I would go out here for a minute and get my farm on a little bit. After, actually, let me do something for a moment before I do that. All right, you want to watch for back here a little bit. Could be a problem for you. Anyway, I wanted to come up here and drop those defenders so that we could go farm a little bit. And work on the builds a bit. Just grab a little extra loot here. Okay, boss is out.
Smasher!
All right. And then from this point, I'd seal this down. I'd seal this down. And then that would get you
Enemy down.
Play us off.
your week 7 completion
Song, and I hope
in your
you find
140
some
zone with 100% of the vehicle health. And we will receive a copy, once again, of our Parasaur Jess hero for our inventories. But with all that being said, and until week 8, this is Taz, and I'll see you soon, Commanders. You guys take care now.